Imagine you're a parent and you find out that your daughter is trying to sell her body on Craigslist. Our Veronica De La Cruz spoke to a couple this actually happened to. This is a CNN special investigation.
Like all parents, Rosalind and Sergio want to be proud of their daughter.
Usually, she's pretty upbeat, pleasant.
She likes to sing.
I can't see.
But on this day, pride is the last thing they feel because their daughter is here at the Sacramento Police Department, inside. Her head is slumped onto a table in a police interrogation room. Detained, but not arrested on suspicion of prostitution. She has just turned 17.
It hurt because you don't want to see your children involved in things like this.
Police also arrested this man, 21-year-old Bruce William Carter, on charges of statutory rape. He's entered a not guilty plea and is in jail with bond set at $35,000.
Here's a great picture of our primary suspect.
He calls himself Bruce Banna on the popular social networking site MySpace. Click on his profile and you see him holding fistfuls of cash. As for the girl, police said she'd used the free internet classified site Craigslist to post an ad under the heading Erotic Services.
All right, Serial, you ready?
Police seized the computer.
We pretty much found what we thought we would find, and the big things are the computer that was used to post the ads, the actual photos, the fake photos that were used on the internet ad on Craigslist. Those are on the computer that we found.
The vehicle leaves after dropping the juvenile off.
In Sacramento, undercover cops on the Vice Squad have spent much of the past 2 years on this draining beat, trying to at least limit child prostitution online. They're in motel rooms like this, browsing cyberspace, making phone calls.
Calling about your ad. Definitely interested in hooking up tonight.
Making some arrests.
You're pregnant? How far along are you?
But for the most part, police release the underage girls to foster homes or group homes, decriminalizing them. No charges are filed. Instead, they concentrate on the pimps.
We're asking these girls to do a big thing, which is to stop what they're used to doing, stop what's working for them. Surviving is basically what they're doing.
I never really knew the seriousness of it until I was about 13, and I kind of got more mature. But when I was 11 and 12, I just didn't care.
Sacramento police arranged an interview for us with this 14-year-old girl, who they said turned to prostitution via Craigslist when she was just 11.
Why'd you do it? Because I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to feel important. I normally use Craigslist because it's free, and in your ad, you would state your name, kind of get into erotic things, like what you would do to catch their attention, to make them want you.
There's a yellow warning sign now when you click on the category Erotic Services on Craigslist, a warning against human trafficking and exploiting children. But it doesn't seem to stop men who might be looking for sex, nor the girls like this we met earlier from posting.
Police had said the 17-year-old had used Craigslist to place her ads. So why would a highly successful, well-known website allow such listings? We came to San Francisco to find out. Why not just take it down?
Well, no one dislikes the use of Craigslist for criminal activities as much as we do. And that's our top priority, is to eliminate that kind of stuff from the site.
Vice cops admit that the site actually helps to pinpoint girls and sometimes pimps. But the CEO for Craigslist says nothing about the erotic services section will change, at least for now.
It would be a bigger problem if we removed that category and had those ads spread throughout the site.
Back at the Sacramento Police Department, Rosalind and Sergio are being reunited with their daughter. We agreed in advance not to show her face. For her part, Rosalind has only one message for the man arrested in connection with her daughter's detention.
I want to tell him to stay away from my daughter. I'm going to put a restraining order against him, and every time he goes near my daughter, I'm going to call the police and have him put in jail.
And Veronica De La Cruz joins us tonight. How do you, I saw that you were talking to this young girl.
Yeah.
How do you start prostitution at the age of 11? Well, what'd she tell you?
All right, well, the girl who started when she was 11, the story that she shared with me was that she'd been raped at a very young age. Her mother was a drug addict. Her father had beat her. So she turned to this life on the streets, Rick. She put her trust in this man who was 3 times her age. He ended up being her first pimp. He was 36 years old, and he promised her clothes. He put a roof over her head, and she told me that he would give her drugs like ecstasy or marijuana before she'd go to work. And he'd promise to take her shopping, get her nails done, if she'd make at least $1,000 a night. And keep in mind, she never saw a penny of any of this money.
You know, you can't help but imagine that things like this happen. I mean, none of us are naive enough to think that it doesn't, but we do wonder how prevalent this might be. And is it more prevalent than we'd like to think?
Well, I mean, this is a huge problem. It's a growing problem nationwide. And I spoke to the Sacramento PD, and they said that in the past 10 days, they've arrested 2 more pimps. They've recovered 6 more girls. Unfortunately, one of them as young as 12. And the Sacramento Vice Squad is just one of the 24 task forces that exist throughout the country. They're doing a great job. They recovered some of these girls as part of this week-long FBI initiative called Innocence Lost. And that sting resulted in nearly 400 arrests and the recovery of more than 20 children. So things are being done slowly but surely. You know, it's taken some time.
Innocence Lost, appropriate title. Veronica De La Cruz, good job. Interesting.